Fresh from the pages of Sample Library Review, here's this week's Deal Compressor show for September 26, 2025. I'm your host, Don Bodan. We got new releases from Fractured Sounds, releasing the fourth in their Soloist series. Native Instruments has got a brand new instrument, sampling one of the top talented contemporary orchestras. And one of my favorite Garani Sounds instruments is only $15 right now. Of course, we got dollar deals, my picks of the week, and featured freebies. But before we dive in, I want to say a big thanks to Native Instruments. You've got just 4 days left to save up to 80% off Native Instruments partner sale. Whatever you're cooking up in the studio this fall, Native Instruments has got something for you. With over 400 instruments and effects from 40 different developers, up to 80% off, all ready to go with your NKS hardware. Now, I'll include a link over to Native Instruments first thing in the description below if you want to peruse the hundreds of deals they have at their partner sale. Let's mix things up and kick it off with today's headlines. Fractured Sounds has announced the release of Majestic Brass Soloists. This is the fourth entry in their acclaimed Soloist series, featuring a trumpet, French horn, trombone, and tuba. Library is promising to deliver ultra-realistic legato and expressive solo performances designed for intimate scoring and emotive writing. Library is now on a special entry price of $125 until October 21st. Normally going to be $169. There is a brass bundle now with the brass band soloists for $235, while the complete orchestra bundle adds woodwinds and strings for $490. Native Instruments just introduced LCO Producer Strings, a contact instrument crafted with the London Contemporary Orchestra. Library features modern string articulations, a 4-layer engine that blends violins, violas, cellos, and synths into rich hybrid textures. Captured at Rack Studios, Library channels the LCO's experimental spirit into a versatile tool for producers and composers. London Contemporary Orchestra by Native Instruments is available for $99, but before you go purchasing this one, save 15% off all Native Instruments libraries with code SLR15. That'll also include releases from last week, including Halo Vox, their Play Series instrument, and Soul Choir Leap Expansion. That 50% off code is good for all Native Instruments products, not hardware, not partner deals, and no isotope products. New release from Plugin Alliance, they've released Shadow Hill's Opto Max, promising a next-generation optical compressor plugin designed for modern production workflow. This one builds on the legacy of the Shadow Hill mastering compressor, but the Opto Max adds expanded ratio and speed controls, transform modes, and tonal shaping tools for versatile compression from subtle leveling to aggressive limiting. There's advanced sidechain filtering, parallel mix options, and harmonic saturation controls. Shadow Hill's Opto Max is available for $69 intro price, normally $150. Latest reviews I got to include the first look of Epic Brass by Zero G. Contact instruments available for $50. It's normally going to be $69.95. I'll include a link over to Zero G, as well as everything I mention here in the show, cleanly organized in that first pinned comment. Other recent reviews include a first look of Archetype by Sonic Cinema, Archetype's available for £115 British pounds right now. Oh, and I'll include a link to Sonic Cinema. Also note they've got a 48-hour flash sale on Shades, their wind whispering chamber performances going on just for the next few hours. And before that, I had a chance to check out Techno, the latest offering from Baby Audio, a really cool drum synthesizer. Techno's still available on that intro price of $79, normally $129. I'll include a link Plug-in Boutique, where you can get £2.94 in rewards cash. I've got plenty more new releases, but first let's dive into my picks for the week. There's an East-West Sounds bundle with their world instruments. Normally $5.97, get it for just $129 for these massive, wonderful libraries that still hold up. Gypsy, their virtual Gypsy orchestra. Raw, their ethnic instruments from around the world. And Silk, their traditional instruments from China, Persia, and India. This deal's just going on this weekend. I'll include a link over to Best Service, where you get $3.87 in Best Coin bonus. Let's jump back into new releases. New over at Spitfire Audio, they've got Hearth and Hollow Folk Accordion. The third in the series that they've teamed up with Hunter Rogerson for. This folk accordion is normally going to be $99. Special intro price is a contact player instrument. Plus now there is a Hearth and Hollow Folk Essentials bundles together. All three of the libraries for $198, normally $297. Now, I'm hoping to get a copy of the Hearth and Hollow Folk Accordion. I've been a big fan of the releases from the developer in the past. Let me know if you want me to move it up in my queue. Big news from UVI, they announced augmented choirs. Garnishing a collection of vocals from classical choirs to hybrid textures. This one's on a special intro price of $99, normally $199 till October 12th. I'll include a link to this and everything I mentioned cleanly organized in that first pinned comment below. Elastic Sounds has a new one, Black Flag Concertina. Does require the full version of Contact and is on a special intro price of $19, normally going to be $29.95 for this instrument full of patterns from a baritone concertina. Beat Connect has released playground effects. This one looks pretty cool, where you can load in 4 of your own effects and VSTs into the different slots here, and then you've got an XY pad kind of thing going on. It's an AU or VST3, normally $59.99. Grab it now for $29.99. Over at Plug-in Boutique, they got quite a few new releases, including TuneTrack's EKX Time Machine. This Easy Keys expansion's available for $87.92, and Sound Iron's Jazz Vibraphones on intro price over Best Service, $49, normally $69. Latest release from Audio Modeling, Swam Variflute, now at Best Service for $39. And this one actually looks pretty cool. If anybody'd like to hear a review or see me playing with this one, let me know. Mantra Instruments has released the Sound Healing Bundle. This includes their Atma, Nada, Pyramids, all bundled together. Normally $333, get it for $169, plus you get 5 best coin bonus points there. And Vienna Symphonic Library's latest release, Studio Jazz Drums, available now at Best Service. $72, normally $93. And Ras Sounds has released expansions for Cinescapes Pro, including 3 new expansions bundled together, Drift, Cosmo, and Foundry, available for a special $49 intro price. Normally it's going to be €117. Easter Underground's Catalyst, available at Pulse Audio. This one's gotten a lot of buzz. $34% off right now. It does require contact. Normally $149. It's $99. Anybody want to see a review of this one? Please chime in. Let me know. I think I got a copy somewhere in my queue. In news this week, Big Fish Audio's announced that their Momentum has been updated to version 2.1. You can pick up that version for free. That includes Momentum or Momentum Pro. This one's promising a new updated browser, so you can browse individual loops, plus access to individual samples, import and organize your files, and now MP3 support with Momentum Pro. In other news, Audio Ollie has announced they're going to be porting some of their instruments over to the Museo player. So far, they've got LA Modern Percussion and scoring synths available at the Muse Marketplace. Featured offers this week, Vintage Vault 4 on a massive discount. That's UVI's incredibly deep and powerful virtual instrument covering tons and tons of wonderfully sampled hardware synths. Normally $4.99. You can pick it up at Plug-in Boutique right now for just $1.99. Plus you'll get £7.40 in rewards cash. Also featured this week, Sample Tracks Ritual on a deep discount. Over at Pulse Audio, this is their collaboration with Cy Biggs, with a lot of eerie violins, fragmented phrases, sinister soundscapes. Normally $99. You can pick this sample pack up for $29 just for the next 3 days. Now, another note, over here at Pulse Audio, they've got their synth sale with up to 92% off. A massive collection of synths, sample synths, synth instruments. We'll be covering a few of these later on in the show. This week's topic of discussion, I had mentioned my new EP under my alias OBDKOB, Unearth. It's now available streaming on Spotify. I thought this might be a good place to start a little bit of a conversation. Streaming is becoming less and less profitable. I mean, I think you need to get like 1,000 streams in order to actually get payment now on Spotify. Are you guys continuing to release music on Spotify, or do you have different strategies? If you'd like me to cover some of the research and information I've gotten as I've prepared to release this EP myself, chime in below. Let me know. Cover everything from what platforms I use to release, preparing for the release strategy, and my decision to release music on Bandcamp before releasing it on Spotify and iTunes streaming services. Comment below. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in hearing about. This week's Spotlight, I'm going to be shining a little light here on Elastic Sounds. Over at Pulse Audio, we mentioned they just had released their new Black Flag Concertino, but in the past they've released some other instruments now on discount. Their bass recorder sample library is 50% off. You can get this contact instrument for $19.95 right now. They also have their Violin Extended Techniques library at 50% off. Another contact instrument available for $24.95. They've got their Tenor Sax Extended Techniques library for contact on sale. Get it now for $19.95. And their Clarinets Extended Techniques sample library for Contact. Available for $24.95 as well. That's 50% off. They do have one more of those extended technique libraries for contacts. That's the Flute Extended Techniques. Available now for $19.95. And there is a complete extended techniques bundle where you get all 4 of their extended techniques libraries right now for just $79.95, normally $119. Now that sale is going on over at Pulse Audio. I'll include a link over to that page. Up to 50% off libraries from the developer just for the next 12 days. In other new releases, Arturia has announced the V Collection 11 Intro with 10 iconic instruments. Intro is going to be available for $119. It's normally going to be $699 to get the full V Collection 11 Pro. I'll include a link over to Arturia if you want to read more about what's included with that. Ocean Swift's released a new one, Ocean State. This is expansions for the Korg Wave State, blending Ocean Swift's signature sounds into the heart of stunning deep synth engine. Available for the next 11 days at 60% off for €34, normally 85. And new to my radar, Bio Soul Digital released Eeyore. Promising the sounds of sadness in a contact instrument. Looks like they've used a lot of extensive bowed cymbal sounds. Available on a special enterprise for $74.99 for this contact library, normally $99. Tom Wolf's got a new sound set for Diva out, Azure. It's available for $19.99, normally $29.99 for the next 11 days. Sampletech's released the Sampletech Rain Piano, available as a VST3 or AU, normally going to be $61.25. Get it for $30.63 during the promo. Node Audio, new to my radar, released this generative harmonic sequencer, Tone Bank. Available for Mac, Windows, and Linux. It's $79. There is a 14-day free trial, though, if you want to try Tone Bank out. Latest release from Excite Audio, their Evolve Velvet. Pick up the light version for just $19, the full version for $39, and if you own any other Excite Audio instruments, you can get it for just $29. Triple Spiral Audio's got a new collection for Omnisphere 2, Trinity 2, available for €23, normally €28. Bunker Samples Intimate Violin Arrhythmia. This is next up in my review queue. Their Soft Solo Textures library is $99. Now, this one does require the full version of Contact. There is a bundle that includes the Soft Solo Textures of violin, viola, and cello for $199. And new from Sonic Couture, they've released Deep Felt Soft Piano.
This is my favorite. We sampled the sound of the felt pad.
This Contact instrument's normally going to be $129. Grab it for $90. This one sounds pretty cool. Let's dive into the dollar deals this week. Deep Data Loops 1980s bundle, 8 packs for $25 right now over at ADSR. You can pick up the full version of Massive plus their Synthwave expansion bundle for just $24 right now. 7 Sounds has a global hitmaker bundle, 8 packs for $20. And VST Alarm has the Vicious Antelope Cinematic Presets bundle for Omnisphere 2, 30 different packs bundled together, 91% off. Grab it now for $19.99 plus. They've got a code back to school 15, save 15% off site-wide, I think for this week only. Over at ADSR, you can get 83% off English Harpsichord by Real Samples. Just $19.95 for the next 10 days. You can also save 72% off Frostbite 2 by AudioThing. This is a spectral freezing plugin, which is pretty cool. I played around with the original version. It's a VST AU AAX or clap, available now for just $19. Ergo Kook's percussion for contact, 60% off. Grab it now for $15.60. And Melodious Thunder Synth is 60% off. Contact instruments, just $17.60 right now. My favorite instruments from Carani Sounds, Continuo. Contact libraries now just $15. And over at VST Alarm, you can save 85% off the Super 808. This Analog Legends release as a VST AU or AAX is available now for $14.90. Defuse Sounds synth drums just went on sale today. Grab this contact instrument for just $12. And Bad Cat Samples Everything bundles 90% off. You grab everything developers made for just $12. Save 60% off Imitations. This is Ink Audio's reverb unit as a VST AU or AAX, just $12 right now. And Defuse Sounds Raw Techno Hard Hitting Collection. This sample pack's available now for $10. Over at VST Alarm, you can get the Federico Soler Fernandez, the effective trailer bundle at 97% off. This includes all 11 sound packs together for just $9.95. Plus, don't forget you can use that code BACKTOSCHOOL15. I'll include that link and code in the description below. And last but not least, 62% off Ascension Synthesizer by Cubic Audio. For the next 11 days, you can get this one for just $4.99. In music and AI, that Sound ID Voice AI by Sonarworks is now on sale over at Audio Plugin Deals, 30% off. This VST AU or AAX lets you transform your voice with AI to morph it into tracks, wide range of different singers, styles, and instruments. A lot of AI stuff happening over the last year. I'd love for you to comment below. Let me know if there's any AI plugins or tools that you're currently using in your workflow that you think I should check out. Latest sales announced, back to school sale over at Spitfire Audio going on with up to 30% off site-wide right now. There's also a sale of the Vengeance Sounds, a VSP Avenger Synth a month sale over at Plugin Boutique, up to 50% off the VSP Avenger 2 and those expansion packs. There's a Cable Guys and Excite Audio Bass Builder bundle, only $59 for this collection, normally $186 for 4 different products. That includes Bloom Bass Impulse, Vision 4X Lite, Volume Shaper by Cable Guy, and Drive Shaper by Cable Guy. Sample Tracks Everything bundle available over at Plugin Boutique right now, just $99 to get everything Sample Tracks ever released. Lander Guitar virtual instrument from the developers, just $29, normally $99 now over at Plugin Boutique. And WA Production has their Insta Composer 2 plus all the expansions available for $29.90. Normally this would be $390. This deal is available now for just the next 6 days. There's a UJAM Synthwave bundle with a couple of my favorites. Vice, I really like the sound of this Beatmaker plugin, and Subcraft, plus their 2080 synth is included. This is their future retro wave synth. Normally it'd be $169. Grab these 3 for just $39. There's also an East West Sounds Hollywood Tech 3 bundle celebrating their award-winning libraries with Fantasy, Hollywood Orchestra Opus Edition, and the Hollywood Choirs. Normally $997. Pick all 3 up now for $339, and you'll get £14.84 in rewards cash. Over Audio Plugin Deals, I got a couple more sales available here. There's a Function Loops Pop Premium Bundle, 36 gigabytes of royalty-free loops, stems, one-shots, MIDI files, and 96% off, just $47. Normally $1,100 for these. And the Last Haven's Cinematic Production Toolkit includes 2 of the library's software, including a Tractor, designed for complex soundscapes, and AIM, developed for essential cinematic sounds with tempo-synced rhythms. 75% off, normally $150 for both of these. Get them now for $27.50. Plugin Effects, brand new from Supertone. Air Vocal Processing Unit, normally $179, available for $99 at Plugin Boutique. And I also came across Dennis Audio's latest release, Bass XXL, a bass enhancer unit, available for $69. New from Air Music Tech, Fly Tape 2. This is their lo-fi textures and tape character plugin. Normally $49.99. Get it for $24.99 as an AU or VST. Over at Plugin Boutique, say it with me, my friends. Far too many deals for me to mention. One thing I will note here is Plugin Boutique just overhauled their website, and I'm really loving the way everything's functioning and looking. It seems a little easier to jump around. I really like that they brought back these graphics for their discounts and sales, which make it so easy for me to instantly see what's going on since they have so many products. Ones that jumped out this week was Synaptech's Wormhole, their fabulous multi-effects processor, normally $149, available now for $89. And Sound Toys Effects Rack, it says it's $299, but that's because it's Thursday. I've got news, my friends. It's going to be $149 on Friday, September 26th. When this video is released. This is usually one of my picks of the week because I think I use it on almost every single project I work on. In freebies this week over at VST Alarm, you can get the Hip Hop Heavyweights 93 inspired hybrid presets for Serum, available for free from Red Sounds. UJAM's offering one of their finisher plugins, Retro, available now for free. Over at Piano Book, quite a few here that you might have missed. Some new ones and old ones mixed up we'll be covering today, including World's Biggest Brahms, available for both Contact and a decent sampler, and free. Silky Violin here, available by David Horowitz as a Contact instrument, SFZ, or decent sampler library. And Lorenzo sampled Bowl Drum. This drum here looks like it's available both as a Contact and decent sampler instrument. Arctic Pads by Inzala, available now for Contact and decent sampler. NASA Space Pads by Tim Stevenson, available as 15 voice atmospheric pass. And Gabriel Ness has put together Snow for Contact or decent sampler. And also Christian Henson put out the Ice Choir. This one's available in a number of formats, Contact, as well as EXX24 or decent sampler. In case you skipped through last week's video, Venus Theory has released a variants, modeled drums that he sampled using Techno plugin, Baby Audio's latest release. Available for free, name your own price. He also had released Kyrolix wavetables, a whole collection of wavetables for different synths, available for free or name your own price. That's going to wrap it up for this week's Deal Compressor show. So please, you spend a little time with me here today. I know it's the end of September, but already starting to plan out Black November videos because it gets pretty crazy that time of year. So many sales. Chime in below if you've been just holding off, waiting for the end of the year sales to kick in to do all your purchasing. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, maybe chime in below, comment, let me know if you're interested with anything we talked about today, any new releases you'd like to see reviews of, or anything you're excited about. Your comments do help the channel. That's it for me. Deal Compressor out.